Well, hello, SNHU 107 students, and welcome to your very first week here in your SNHU 107 class. I wanted to just take a really quick minute and walk you through very quickly how to find your assignments and what is due for week 1, module 1. So as a reminder, my toolbar, my taskbar might look a little bit different than you because of my instructor access, but all the basic navigation is still the same. As always, remember when you log into your SNHU 107 class, you click on course menu, you go to learning modules, and for this week, we're focusing in on that module 1. But I wanted to point out just really quick, y'all, don't forget about this start here area of your classroom, especially this first week. Gives you a copy of your SNHU 107 syllabus for you to review, which is the policies and an overview of your class and assignments. Plus, there's a quick overview of how to find the SNHU online bookstore and get your electronic textbook purchased and connected for your success, okay? Now, when you click on Module 1, it's going to pull up what you have due for this very first week here in your SNHU 107 class. This week, if you just scroll down quickly, you'll see you have a discussion assignment and you have a warm-up. What I wanted to remind you is always click the blue. It gets you to where you want to go. So click on that Module 1 introduction. It'll pull up the objectives and an overview of what you're going to be covering and the concepts you're going to be diving into here for your first week. Always scroll down, read everything, and then arrow over. Do not forget to check out the resources, the required resources that you'll have within your module every week. You'll notice that there might be videos for your success and extra support. It'll always have any textbooks, chapters you need to read, and just some additional support as you get started and work through your class from week to week, okay? As a reminder, you have that discussion assignment this very first week, so I wanted to just kind of point out really quickly how you find everything that you might need. Your initial post is where you answer any of the questions that are assigned for the week. So for your very first week, you have these 4 questions. You're going to be introducing yourself, sharing a little bit about yourself, sharing what you think it means to take ownership of your success during this course, discuss this week's resources on taking ownership, and then, of course, finally discuss your why. Like what motivates you and drives you as a student? What are your academic or career goals? It's okay if you're still figuring it out, but like, why are you here and what's pushing you to get this degree? Okay, so those are the questions you're going to be answering for your initial post. How do I find those? What do I do? Once you get into your discussion area, you'll be able to click on start a new thread. When you start a new thread, you can type right in the text box. So let's just say Melanie week 1 intro. We can title it whatever you want, and then you type directly in here. Remember to write in complete sentences and remember to spell check and also make sure your grammar looks good, okay? Once you have answered all the questions, then you want to make sure you click on post. As a reminder, initial discussion post is due by Thursday. Your very first week, it's due by Thursday at 11:59 p.m. East Coast time. And then you want to make sure you respond to at least 2 of your classmates, okay, by Sunday or earlier as convenient for your schedule. The other assignment you have for this week is a warm-up. A warm-up is basically like an open book quiz. So review your course syllabus, review the student handbook, look through any of your reading or helpful required resources for the week, and then you click on the blue, gets to where you want to go. It'll open up the quiz, or the warm-up, and then you can just click begin. You'll be able to take the questions, answer all the questions, click submit, and then it actually auto grades. You can go to your grade book, which you can always find your grades right underneath course menu. Click on grades. Once you do that, you can see what your score was. Again, you can take that warm-up as many times as you might need to for your success, okay? Now, the other thing I wanted to point out real quick is if you're stuck at all this week or have questions, do not hesitate to reach out to your SNHU course instructor. You can also reach out to your SNHU advisor. If you're a little bit worried about your writing assignment for your discussions and kind of getting writing in an academic format or like what to do, you can always click on academic support. When you click on academic support, it pulls up their menu of services. And there's this really awesome written feedback tool. Click on submit a draft. You can upload and submit any of your SNHU writing assignments, and you can select what areas you might want a tutor to focus on, and they'll give you feedback within 12 hours. So it's a great way just to make sure that you're getting your thoughts across, that your spelling and your grammar look good, and any changes you might need to make before you submit that for a grade. Okay, so just a reminder, week 1, module 1, you got the discussion, initial post due Thursday. Minimum of 2 classmate responses or peer responses are due by Sunday. And then that warm up is due by Sunday or before as convenient for your schedule. Y'all are going to be great. If you get stuck, use your resources. And remember, you got this.